status clock. Instead of telling time, it tells you the status of your friends and family. Each hand represents a person. There are currently 2 for proof of concept, but we can easily expand to many more. There are 6 LCDs around the clock face, with custom text that we can set manually. And the text represents a possible status. For example, I'm currently pointing towards home, and Kasey is currently pointing towards work. We can control this whole machine using a website. Here we can log in with our Google Plus account, and it will ask for basic permissions to get our current status. Once we've logged in, you can see that it's pulled up my latest location, the University of Advancing Technology. But I can also manually set my status through the clock interface. For example, if I wanted to set my status to Robotics Lab, you can see that the box has already pulled down the data from the server and is now pointing me towards Robotics Lab. But if I wanted to set my status to something that's not displayed on the clock, I can easily go over here and edit what's on the clock. For example, changing home to demoing. I can update the status, and in a moment we'll see that it's pulled down the new status and changed home to demoing. And now I can simply point myself back towards demoing.
From there, to prove that the other hand works, I'm already on the screen. Mine's a little out of date. I just need a refresh to get the new statuses. And then I can simply go, well, I'm already on work, so I'm going to go to demoing as well.
And you can see the clock has pulled down his new status and moved him up towards demo. On the face of the clock, we have 6 LCDs connected via serial to our Arduino and 2 servos with a 2-to-1 gear ratio, allowing us to get a full 360 rotation out of otherwise 180-degree servos. And inside the case, we have a logic board with the Rasberry Pi connected to an RJ45 and through serial to our Arduino. And we have a power distribution board with 2 7805s and a homemade heatsink. However, our power distribution board, we discovered fairly late in the process, doesn't play nicely with the power requirements of the Raspberry Pi. So the Raspberry Pi is actually being powered separately through a USB power cord. And the whole thing is being powered by a benchtop power supply for now, because we don't have a power supply that meets the specifications in the lab, so we'll have to order one later. I could mention lots of amps. On the back we have a wonderfully etched plate and the power switch, as well as a hole for the RJ45 and the power cables.